Alrighty, in this video, I'm going to be giving you one little simple, easy tip that's going to make your market structure shifts way higher probability, way higher probability. All right. So after you have, because of course, when you're looking for a market structure shift, you need liquidity to frame it off of. You need a higher time frame point of interest to frame it off of. Okay. And with ES on this particular day, this thing came up and it cleaned out this higher time frame box of liquidity right here. So we have the liquidity grab, which is something that you absolutely need for a market structure shift. So we took out higher time frame box right here. Now here's something else you need to understand. I've talked about this before. A key time where you will see fake runs is 9:30 equity bell. Like many times, the first run you see out the gate at 9:30 is a fake run. Okay. So what happens here is, here's our 9:30 15-minute candle. I want you to see how it opens up, and what does it do? It comes up and it takes out that buy side right there, that higher time frame buy side that we were literally just talking about. That's a big level. Okay. It comes up and it takes that at 9:30. And in this candle right here, look where it closes. So ask yourself this question. Is that conviction? Is that right there conviction? Is that something that is showing a willingness to displace above these highs right here? No, it's not. Look how it wicked through it. It was trading above it, but then it came all the way back down and it rejected. It failed. It failed to displace above those highs. It failed to do so. That's very telling, because each candle tells a story. And what that tells me is indecision. It tells me an unwillingness to move higher. We already have the liquidity to frame the shift, and now we have that candle telling us that it is indeed respecting that liquidity. Okay, that's huge. That's just giant. Now what you're going to do is, because we're going to go down to a lower time frame, think of it like the 15-minute is another higher time frame chart for you. Yeah, the 4 hours to higher time frame basket, of course, but I'm talking about this from a scalping standpoint, from a scalping point of view. You're going to utilize the 15-minute as another higher time frame chart. Okay. And you want to see that indecision on your 15-minute higher time frame chart off of your liquidity pool. Now it's a higher time frame in this level, in this point, or in this example, but I'm not saying it's got to be like a 4-hour level. It can be, a 1-hour level, etc. But I'm using this just for this example, all right? Because it repeats, it happens again and again and again. But what you're going to do is, after that confirms with that wiki deal, you're going to go into the lower time frame. And what do you think you're going to look for? Because you want to see it confirm and do that. You do not, for example, if this had a strong close right here, let's just imagine with me, this thing had a strong close and it closed up here. Look at my cursor. Say it closed up here. That's not something you want to see. You want to see the candle reflect weakness. And it will, if it really does want to move lower and it really is showing that willingness to move lower, it will show that wickiness. After that candle closes, we come into, well, in this example, 9:45. All right, I'm not saying you got to do it exactly at this time, but as I was saying, 9:30 is a key time for fake runs will happen. So it's a time where you want to be hunting for the signature after those 15 minutes are up. Go to 9:45. So guess what? Whenever you see that confirm, that candle closes when? 9:45. That's when you start to hunt. Because you can see now you have that 15-minute as a higher time frame outlook. It's telling you that it wants to move lower. It wants to move lower. Okay? Then what do you think you're going to do? You're going to go to your 1 minute. This is where you're going to look for your market structure shift. Okay? Do you have the proper confirmation for the market structure shift? What is that? Fair value gap? You got it right here. It doesn't got to come up into it. You just want to see that fair value gap in there to confirm that it's really a shift, because you want to see that for a high probability shift, and you want to see a fair value gap. We have the fair value gap right there. You see? Do we have the strong close beneath a short-term low? Short-term low, close beneath it. That is considered a strong close. You have the fair value gap. Check. You have the strong close. Check. And remember, you're coming into 9:45 now. You waited for that candle to close, because at this point, guess what? You have that wickiness. You have that wicky rejection, that confirmation on your higher time frame telling you that it is indeed respecting that is resistance. 9:45, this opens up right here. That's a brand new candle, may I remind you. It's popping up here, but it's a brand new candle in that 15 minute. Zoom back in. Zoom back in, folks. Look at this. That has told you that it's respecting that as resistance, and price is going to move in the direction of least resistance. It's telling you that it doesn't want to move there, and the least resistance, it's going to be where? It's going to be lower. So we have the low of that 15-minute candle, which is a short-term liquidity pool right there. That's what it's going to see next. But of course, I figured it was going to exceed that, and you have 15-minute sell side down here that it's going to reach for, of course. Because you got to think, folks, like it's taking out a higher time frame buy side and it's respecting higher time frame buy side. It's going to want to trip out that next liquidity pool on the 15-minute at the very, very least, low-hanging objective. Now, I figured it was going to roll over and seek the sell side down below, as I was talking about on mic with my mentees. But this is like a low-hanging objective type of deal. This candle at 9:45, it opens up right here. Look at my cursor. All right. I want you to think like power of 3. Okay. What is this right here? That push up? We always say like the wicks do the damage and the body tells the story. The wicks do the damage and the body tells the story. Just like how this closed weak right here with this wiki deal. This opened up right here and it came up. And that wick is your opportunity. And that wick is your opportunity to capitalize because you already understand that it rejected this. So now it's going to seek this sell side down below right here. Keep in mind that it has not taken it yet. And that's what you want to see. Like you want to see this pullback before it takes out like this 15-minute sell side or the sell side down here. You want to see, this is very important. You want to see this thing open up and then have a push up. That push up is that fake run within that range. Okay. Or that pullback that you want to capitalize on. But you don't want to see it take out that opposing sell side for the best, highest probability scenario. All right. So you got the candle confirmation, the 15-minute. The 15-minute is yet again another time frame for your higher time frame outlook. And you want to see it take out a liquidity pool, a significant liquidity pool, and then you want to see it close weak. You want to see a wick and close weak beneath it. And then that very next candle, you want to go in and then you want to look for your entry. You want to make sure you got your 1-minute shift. You want to go in and confirm that you have your 1-minute shift in there after it has like that wiki deal. You want to see, okay, do I have a 1-minute bearish market structure shift, fair value gap, strong close? And then that next candle, when it wicks up in that candle, that's where you're going to look for your 1 minute into a premium. And you want to see that opposing sell side left intact down below. Remember, the liquidity is what gives it validity. So like that's if it's not taken, it's able to serve as a draw. So right there's 9:45, it pushes up. Take your Fibonacci and measure this range. Because this is the range that created the shift in market structure. So you want to enter in a premium, of course, above 50%. Look. There's your opportunity to get in. You could enter right there. As it comes up into a premium, you're shorting right there at 9:45 because it's confirmed. It's confirmed at that point. Okay. You enter short, you risk that high. And for the profit target, it's really up to you and how you want to do it. You could take the low hanging objective and just like clean out a simple 1-to-1 right there. Or you could shoot, as I was saying, for this, sell side down here, this opposing sell side down here, or maybe just partial out of it, your position and just run this thing. You see? But that's how you're going to get way higher probability entries. In conclusion, to finish off the video, you want to, of course, you want to see a liquidity pool to frame the shift off of. Okay. But then you're going to utilize that 15-minute as another higher time frame chart. And you want to see that 15-minute close weak. You do not, I repeat, you do not want to see it close above the level. That goes to the saying the wicks do the damage, the body tells the story. You want to see the body close beneath it. You want to see the wicks come up and respect it. And then after you get that candle close in the 15-minute, that once that next candle opens, you're going to go in and you're going to confirm and see if you got your 1-minute shift in there. And once you do got your 1-minute shift, you want to see it pull back on that next candle. You want to see it open up. You want to see that 15-minute open up. And then you want to see it push up without moving lower, preferably. Okay, you want to see it open up and then you want to see it push up. And on that push up in that next candle, you want to see that come up into a premium within your 1-minute displacement range. And then at that point, you're going to look for it to fold. And I know it looks like I'm just talking in hindsight here because it's in market replay, but I'm just doing that because it was a couple days ago. But I did plug this in chat, by the way, and I plugged it on. Like I was talking about it in mic when it was happening too, when it was pushing up right there. I was saying this is a nice short opportunity, and then I plugged it in the Discord chat. So just so I'm not talking in hindsight here. All of this was talked about beforehand. All of it. Look, 15-minute wiki took out higher time frame by liquidity. 15-minute wiki close, candle confirmation. That's what I mean when I say candle confirmation. It had that 15-minute rejection, 1 minute shift, pull back into a premium, seeking the lows, just like that, time stamped. So just so you know, I'm not just talking in hindsight here. Folks, if you do this and you have that clear opposing draw down below and you get in, like at that particular, and this is the clear opposing draw because it's not taking out any 15-minute sell side, as I was saying. You don't want to see it take out that 15-minute sell side, preferably. It doesn't mean it still can't move lower, okay? But I'm talking about for a scalping scenario and the absolute highest probability shift. And I'm trying to simplify this for you as much as possible. That's why I said, you don't want to see it take out 15-minute sell side. You want to see it open up in that next candle like it did right here. And you want to see it press up without taking out the sell side. Because then that's your opportunity. Because guess what? You got a clear opposing draw down below. And it recently had a rejection off that opposing buy side. So that's going to give you an opportunity to get on board for it. If you were to really be patient enough, because you're not going to be trading, maybe not every single day. You may not be trading every single day. Of course, price is fractal and you can go to a lower time frame, you get more opportunities, of course. But here's the thing though. You're talking about extremely high quality if you have all this stuff that checks off. Like if you have that candle confirmation, and then you have the clear opposing draw, and you have the 1 minute, and then you have this thing coming up in that next candle into a premium. If you have this, I'm telling you folks, your win rate is going to go through the roof. It's going to go through the roof. You're going to get so much higher probability plays. But then that's the system. I've laid it to you on a platter right there, but being patient enough to wait for it is another story, and I can't do that for you. Only you can do that, and you can be patient enough to wait for it. But if you can, I'm telling you, by doing what I just mentioned here, do not sleep on it. Do not count it out. Your win rate, it's going to go through the roof. Okay? If you do everything that I mentioned, and you can clean up. You can literally clean up. You can make a living, a full-time living with what I just gave you there on a platter. All right. So if you do want to join my Discord chat where I plug a lot of the stuff, you can, there'll be a link to my free Discord in the video description. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you don't miss an upload, and I will see you later.